Silencing the Gossip Queen is fine. I think it shares a lot of problems with the 6 Lies of the Fibbler, but since I already went in depth with that episode, I don't see myself making a very long episode here. The basic conflict of the episode is that the villainous Gossip Queen wants to tear the youth group apart by spreading gossip about the group's members. With the help of her minions, Loose Lips and Blabbermouth, the Gossip Queen is able to apprehend Bibleman, giving her free access to infect the youth group's minds. She is able to successfully spread gossip within the group, once again with the help of her minions, and a rift seems to form between the members. Now it is up to Bibleman to help the youth group kids get everything sorted out, and stop the Gossip Queen from spreading her rumors elsewhere, once and for all. I think the conflict of the episode is perfectly fine. We see that Ricky is gossiping by passing notes in class at the beginning of the episode, so it doesn't feel too far-fetched later when he is the one who believes the gossip coming from Gossip Queen's minions, and then just decides to run with it.
That galley's pretty sneaky. Oh, it's going behind everybody's back to get Nikki thrown out of the youth group.
That's right.
Hey, Ricky, could you help Nikki over here? Over here? Oh, yeah, I can over here. And with a friend like you, Nikki's gonna need all the help she can get.
It's stupid, but I kind of love how quickly everyone starts going at each other.
That's why I'm here. To be like Christ. That's why I'm here. Every day of my life.
Ricky comes over here and cops a total attitude, then tells me I sink as a friend. Ryan is so conceited.
Talk about conceited.
Why don't you mind your own business? Wow.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I especially love this little interaction between Ryan and Ricky. Whoa, I thought something might actually happen there. Unfortunately, there's not too much of a conflict past this. We see the youth group kids are still mad at each other in this Bible club meeting, and then Miles decides it's his duty as Bibleman to help clear everything up. Everything gets cleared up, with Nikki over here pretty much summing everything up.
The truth is, any one of us could have stopped this whole mess by just talking first.
That's right, Nikki.
That's right,
Nikki.
They sing a song about forgiveness, just like the last episode, and that's pretty much it. I think the conflict works far better than the one in The 6 Lies of the Fibbler. I had a bunch of criticisms of how that episode handled the lying part of the story, but I don't really have any major criticisms on how this episode handles gossip. We see a kid gossiping at the beginning, their gossiping escalates to the point of harming friendships, and it all eventually clears up because they learn that actually talking to people is better than just assuming that some random rumor is true. Especially if that rumor comes from 2 janitors you've never seen before in almost blackface. Maybe I'm just burnt out from overanalyzing last episode's conflict, but I think this episode's conflict works perfectly fine, even if it is kind of bare bones and rushed like the last one. Bibleman is completely functional just like he was in the last episode. I complained that him being a school teacher didn't really have much of an impact in the last episode, and I think him being a school teacher in this episode works much better. He's there at the beginning of the episode to catch Ricky passing notes in class and to tell him that gossiping is wrong.
Gossip, Ricky, is one of the easiest traps we can fall into. And believe me, an ounce of gossip is worth a pound of trouble.
Later, he sees that the kids are having their Bible club meeting and he realizes he needs to intervene as Bibleman because they're arguing.
I think we can all agree that it's time to break up the group.
I realize that this is a private Bible club meeting, but aren't you guys being a little hasty?
Thanks, Mr. Pearson, but we've already made up our minds. Yeah.
It feels more natural for him to be involved in the conflict of the episode as Miles Peterson this time. I think the key is that we see him interacting with a student as he is teaching class, and then we later see him trying to interact with students outside of class. In The 6 Lies of the Fibbler, we just see him come into the classroom while the youth group is having a discussion, and he tells everyone to leave. so it feels a little more random because we've never seen him in the role of a teacher before. Speaking strictly about Bibleman being Bibleman, he works fine once again. His first heroic act of the episode is chasing this minion across the campus grounds and later fighting him in the gymnasium. I especially love when he goes and runs after this guy. It feels so random and so bizarre. I love it. But from this point on, it's pretty typical Bibleman stuff. He gets captured, but is still resilient, and he is let go once Gossip Queen's plan seems to be in formation. While we don't see Bibleman go to the online villain directory, we still get a scene of him at Eaglegate Manor.
There has got to... Oh, man.
And he just goes from sitting at one of his computers upstairs to sitting at one of his computers downstairs. A riveting character. The Gossip Queen is a fine villain. An interesting anecdote is that the Gossip Queen is played by Malo Upton, who was married to Willie Ames at the time. As opposed to the Fibbler, the Gossip Queen actually has a secret lair, which appears to be a hair salon within some abandoned warehouse. Hey, you gotta use what you have. She also has a special liquid mirror screen thing that lets her spy on Bibleman and the youth group kids. There's also a similarly liquid-like mirror thing that teleports her minions closer to the school to terrorize Bibleman. I mean, what else are you gonna do with that type of technology? Upton gives an appropriately over-the-top performance.
I, Miss Gossip Queen, will be the one to destroy that dreadful youth group. And stop all those brats from praying!
Soon I'll be rid of your vile beams of bitterness, and you're the one who'll feel horrible.
Oh, Bibleman! Such ungodly words for a man of scripture! I should have crushed you when I had the chance!
But I never found her quite as entertaining as Bill Murphy's performance of the Fibbler. In terms of the look of the Gossip Queen and her minions, I think I know what they were trying to go for, but the end result ends up looking kind of sketchy. Silencing the Gossip Queen continues the absolutely iconic Bibleman lightsaber duels started in the 6 Lies of the Fibbler. This time around, there is only one duel though, as the final battle has Bibleman deflecting the Gossip Queen's beams of bitterness back at her and her minions. This is not the only time in Bibleman something besides lightsabers will be used in a fight, as there are later examples of villains using some sort of projectile or ranged attack when fighting Bibleman. The Gossip Queen doesn't explode when she is defeated, unfortunately. Instead, she appears to melt away or something, I don't know.
You wouldn't dare! I'm a lady!
Yes, but the Bible warns against ladies like her.
I love how this looks. I just feel like there needs to be some sort of video game-like sound effect when she dies. There are 3 songs in total within this episode, 2 of which are sung by the youth group, and 1 that is sung by the Gossip Queen herself. This is the first instance of a Bibleman villain song, and as these villain songs go, this one is okay. I don't know if Upton herself performed the vocals on the song, but whoever did used this weird mid-Atlantic Boston, New York accent, and I honestly don't know why.
This harmless information flows from me just like a faucet. But what else can you do when you're the queen of gossip?
The song by itself is just kind of slow and boring, and it just kind of feels like it's padding out the running time after a while. The first song, sung by the youth group kids, is fine, but mostly pointless. They just break out into song while they're doing homework in the church, as you do. The song that closes out the episode is actually pretty good in my opinion. It has a unique, bouncy sound to it that I really like.
I know God forgives and God forgets. I know God forgives and God forgets.
See? Even Bibleman approves. but it does overstay its welcome, which makes it feel like another song just there for padding. This episode is about 24 minutes long, which isn't too much shorter than any of the episodes so far, but it does feel like the shortest episode, which it is, and the songs seem to be there just to artificially inflate the running time. Silencing the Gossip Queen is fine, as I said at the beginning. I have no real big complaints about it. It still feels mostly uneventful, with a conflict that starts and resolves way too quickly. Bibleman's still pretty dull as a character, though I think they do a better job of his Miles Peterson side this time around. The Gossip Queen is goofy, and the songs range from okay-ish to pretty fun. A solid enough, but mostly unremarkable Bibleman episode. Join me next time when I'll be diving into the Bibleman episode, Defeating the Shadow of Doubt, which starts us down on a path to Bibleman episodes that I remember being pretty good. It's an episode that's not exactly part of the Bibleman adventure era, but it's definitely leaving the Bibleman show era far behind. So, I'll see you then.